Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I am Piyu Manarma, guide for English literature. Today we discuss about net favorite topics, British poetry. This unit 1. This important questions in this poetry section. Let's go. In the famous epic poem Beowulf, the protagonist Beowulf belonged to which tribes? Gates. The Christian poem The Dream of the Road is inscribed on which famous stone? Rootwell Cross. Old English poem Blad's That Song comprised of 5 lines. The encounter between Beowulf and Unferth in the epic poem Beowulf is compared to which famous duel indicating Homeric influence in the poem by James A. Work, Odysseus and Euryalus. Battle of Mendon poem deals with the Battle of Anglo-Saxon with Vikings. Door's Lament is a 42 lines poem that ends with a refrain that travel past, so can this. Which was the first ever riddle book? The Exeter Book. The Seafarer, translated by Ezra Pound and published the first time in his works in the New Age. Beowulf was translated by Simmons Handley. Name the earliest example of the debate poetry in Middle English age. The Owl and the Nightingale. The Owl and the Nightingale. Which period is known as Age of Transition? Chaucer's Age. Which of the following features of French literature did the Normans import to England? Varied moods and themes. Who wrote the Romance of the Rose? Guillaume de Loris and Jean de Meung. What was the other name of the peasants uprising of 1381? Wade Taylor's Rebellion. The legend of Good Omen is similar to which tale from the Canterbury Tales? Monk's Tale. What is the first Canterbury Tales? The Night Tales. Which tales in the first fragment seem to be unfinished? The Cook's Tale. Which tale tells the story of Simply the Miller? The Revenge Tales. Which characters are in love with Alison in Miller's tale? John Upsoner, Nicholas. What is the name of carpenter in Miller's tale? John. Wife of Bath claimed to hate clerks and glossing. Which two characters are sometimes read as a homosexual couple? The Summoner and Pandora. The cook's real name Roger of Oyre. What does men of law refuse to tell the tale about? Incest. John Gower was influenced by Geoffrey Chaucer. Vox Clementis gives an account of pleasant rebellion. The myth generated by the poems Parliaments of Fools Birds gather before the goddess nature to show their mates. What is done by Pandarus in Troilus and Cressida learn the secret and bring the young people together. Cressida promised to herself that she will be true to Diamande. Which of the following tales is in prose? The Legend of the Good Man. How many visions does the Piers Bauman have? 8. In which Middle English dialects Piers Bauman composed Northwest Midland dialect? Thomas Hawkree's famous work The Regiment of Princes was written by Henry V. Written for Henry V. Thomas Hawkreeve is also called stupid scholar of excellent master. Stupid scholar for excellent master. Who is the master here? Geoffrey Chaucer. King James I wrote. Which semi-autobiographical? The King's Queer. Who wrote Lament for the Macreage? William Dunbar. Who popularized Italian sonnet? Petrarch. Who wrote the Anne satire of the Strategies? Sir David Landrace. A persistent followers of Chaucer is none of these. Who is known for his pungent satire in the 15th century? John Sclanton. William Dunbar's Lament for the Makers is about poets. The Parson's Letter is an important work of the 15th century, include of its valuable and reliable social chronicles. Legend of Holy Omen was written by Osborne Bronkham. Alexander Clay Cloyings is composed by moral satire. Sleep of Fools is composed by Alexander Brunkley. Which of the following works is not by Harrison? Pebbles to the Play. Germany of Good Ladies is written by Harrison. The character Philip Spyro is created by Sclanton. Abolition of Pope's authority took place in 1534. During the Age of Revival, what purported the satire of court and urban life? Pastoral. How sonnets are divided by the Earl of Surrey? 3 quatrains and a couplet. Norton is best known for Ordinal of Archilemy. Who wrote the poem O Happy Tramps? Earl of Surrey. What is the contents of Dunbar's Lament for the Makers? Priestley. Whom John Sclanter attacked in Why Come Ye Not to Court? Wolseley. Who, who invented the satirical character Cloney Clotty Sclanter? Love that doth reign and live within my thought, and build his seat within my captive breast. The above sideline is from Love That Doth Gain, which is a pastoral by Surrey. Who wrote Whoso's List to Hunt? Thomas Wyatt. Who wrote the work The Mystery of Alchemist? George Ripley. Original of Alchemy is about. It described alchemy is an unholy art. The Thistle and the Roses is a work by William Dunbar. Who wrote the Toroi book? John Legate. Who wrote Letter of Cupid? Thomas Hoccleve. Which of the following is referred to as Scottish Chaucerian? Robert Harrison. Who was the Totals Miscellany was published 1557. The credit of introducing Plautus Measure in English poetry. Lydgate. Who wrote the work Memoir of Magistrates in 1563? Thomas Sackville. What is the other name of Richard's Totals Miscellany? Songs and Sonnets. Totals Miscellany Maximum covered the popular work of famous poets during the reign of Henry VIII. How many poems does Thomas Wyatt contributed to Totals Miscellany? 96. Who authored the work A Dialogue of Comfort Against Tribulation? 1553. Thomas More. Who wrote Pastime of Pleasure? 1555. Stephen Hawes. Who translated the second and fourth book of Virgil's Aeneid? Henry Howard. During the reign of which ruler did High Renaissance poetry flourish? Elizabeth I. What is the title of first work published in Spenserian Stanza? The Fairy Queen. In which book of the Fairy Queen represents the virtue of courtly ameliorating of Sir Colidor? Book 6. In which book of the Fairy Queen Colleen Court appear? Book 6. In which castle did Spenser live and finish the first 3 books of Fairy Queen? Harvey House. What is the rhyme scheme of the Spenserian sonnet? A B A B B C B C C D C D E E. Which below cites work has an impact on Edmund Spenser's work? All of the above. Which is the first sonnet sequence in the English language? Spenserian Amoroti. Which figure of speech is applied in even in Cannon's mouth? Personification. Who is the prodigy known in Elizabethan age for Arcadian and pastoral poetry? Spenser. In 1559, who published the Passionate Pilgrim by William Shakespeare? William Hogarth. What is the point of view of a lover's complaint? Woman's point of view. Who inspired Celta of Sydney's Strophel and Celta sonnet sequence? Penelope Rich. How many sonnets Shakespeare wrote in total? 154 sonnets. What is inspiration of Shakespearean sonnet? Petrarch. What is the fourth part of Shakespearean sonnet known as sestet? Who coined the term metaphysical poet? Samuel Johnson. To Daffodils is a poem written by Robert Herrick. Consists rendered in the poetry of George Herbert and John Donne deals with the relationship of man and God. Which poem by John Donne contextualized death of John Donne's wife? 18 Holy Sonnets. In which poem by Richard Lovelace do we have an Italian glimpse to Lucasta? In Paradise Lost, which character narrates the story of making of Eve from a rib in Adam's side? Adam. Which metaphysical poet in the play speak "Do not kill the play. Their blood have been united together"? John Donne. This famous poem, the play. Okay. Who wrote The Cholera? George Herbert. What is considered as a delicate balancing act of Andrew Marvell? Horatian Ode, celebrating Cromwell's victories while inviting sympathy for the executed king. Okay. This is our 100 MCQ for NET UGC NET exams perspective for English literature students. Thanks for watching. This video is useful for your exam. So please subscribe and like. Thank you for this video watching.